Good evening. So I just wanted to talk a minute about, and yes, I'm ready for bed, so you have to forgive my messiness, but I just want to talk a minute about cleaning my face at night. So I start with, I'm sorry, I'm going to get it because I had already pumped it onto my hand before I started the video, but I start with the deep cleaning oil because it goes down into the pores and gets all that makeup off. You have to apply oil to dry skin with a dry hand, but I just like to rub it in all the places, including, instead of getting a separate eye makeup remover, I just go ahead and use it right there too. And just really massage it into the skin. To get that skin good and clean before I go to bed. So now I'm gonna pause for a second and I'm gonna wash that off just with some water, and I'll be right back. So now that I have that rinsed off, I either use the milk cleanser or the milk mask. I try to do the mask a couple days a week just to make sure it's I'm exfoliating anything that may be left behind, any kind of dry skin or anything. And I think since it's Saturday night, I'm actually just going to put the mask on. So what I love about the milk moisturizer and the milk mask is that it actually has a push top, and it just actually only gives you out the product that you need. You're not dipping your hands. Oh, I kind of squirted funny on my hands. But it's not, you're not dipping your hands down in the product and taking the risk of putting any bacteria or germs on the product. You're just squeezing out what you need. So I'm going to put this on and let it sit for 5 minutes. Hi, sweet baby. How are you? You're going to go night-night? Okay. And I'm going to pause for a second and say goodnight. So if I cleanse with the milk cleanser, sorry. If I cleanse with the milk, nothing like getting right in your face. If I cleanse with the milk cleanser, I just wanted to mention that I really like to use the microfiber washcloth or towel. It's pretty nice size washcloth to really wipe away the makeup, if especially if I'm not doing the oil first. But I typically do the oil, then do the milk cleanser, just to follow up to also just use that product because it's so good for your skin, but to follow up behind the oil and cleansing twice, it just gives me a cleaner feel. And then if I'm using the mask, sometimes I just splash water to get the mask off, and as you can see, the mask is dry now and it's starting to tingle a little bit, so it's time for it to come off. But tonight, because it's been a couple days since I exfoliated and used the mask, I'm actually going to use this to get it off, just to make sure I'm taking any dead skin with it. These are so soft. So they're really good for your skin because you're not really supposed to pull, tug, or swipe hard at your skin. You're supposed to be very gentle with your skin so that you don't damage it. And my age is really starting to show. So I'm doing anything I can to try to care for my skin the best I can. So I'm going to go ahead and get the mask off, and then I'll be back to talk about the next thing. Actually, I get the cloth really, really warm, and I'll just lay it. Look, you can't see me, but I'll just lay it on my face for a minute, just to let that heat, that just feels so good to me, just to lay that heat on there. Makes my face a little bit red because of that, but I don't know, I just gently wipe that mask away. Make sure I get it off of my eyes too. And these microfiber washcloths or towels, whatever you want to refer to it as, make sure I get there at my nose. They're fantastic for when you're cleaning your brushes with the Restore Brush Cleaner. So I spray my brushes. I'm like moving on to a different topic, but I spray my brushes. I cleaned all my brushes today, so they all got a bath today. I did it before I used my makeup, so you might see a little bit of makeup on there, but I cleaned all my brushes this morning, and I use one of those towels. I lay the towel down, I spray the brush, and then I wipe it on there. So those towels are good for lots of reasons, but I really like it for getting things off my face. So the next step is the toner, the Milk toner. And this is kind of cool because I have never had a toner that you sprayed like this. I know there's lots of them out there, like the rose water and that type of thing that you spray, but this is the first one that I've had that you spray. So I just do, let's twisted it. I lightly spray. I like to get my neck a little bit sometimes too. And if I'm in a hurry, like in the morning with my routine, I'll kind of rub it in and get it in all the places. But otherwise, I'll just kind of let it dry. I like it to be completely dry before I put my moisturizer on because otherwise it changes the consistency of the moisturizer. So I'm just feeling around to make sure that it dried because I kind of sprayed it a little heavy tonight. And it's dry there, but I got a little heavier on that side, so I'll just go ahead and wipe it in. So now I'm toned, and then I take the moisturizer from the Trace Less Milk Moisturizer, and again, it's just got that lid you squeeze, and you swipe the product away. See, it's just a little hole it comes out of. And it stops you from putting your fingers down in the product and getting the product contaminated. So we'll just get the moisturizer in all those places. I like to include my neck, and if I have anything left, I will actually rub it. Oh, I really got a lot out tonight. Wow, nothing like getting all that extra product. I'll run down my neck and even on my chest because my chest can get a little crepey looking due to my age, so it's certainly not going to hurt it to get a little extra moisturizer. So I'm going to share the wealth today because I definitely put a lot on my face. That's okay. It's nighttime. I'm not following it up with makeup, which would make it harder. I even rub it on my lips. I have a lip treatment I use at nighttime, but this stuff is just so good for everything that it doesn't hurt if it gets on my lips. I'll show you guys what lip treatment I use. I really made my chest red. Woo. Anyway, so that is the 3 steps. And I guess with the extra cleanser, I make it 4, but that's the 3 steps that mascara recommends. Get that last of it off the lid. Get this put away. And I use this Intense Lip Therapy, and I just put that on at night to go to sleep. Get the treatment on my lips to keep my lips from getting chapped or cracking, especially in the wintertime. And if there's extra, I just rub it around the outside of my lips so that they get extra moisture, because don't want to end up with all those lines like I'm starting to get from. And that is not from being a smoker, because I have never smoked in my life, but it is from like drinking through a straw, I think. And I'm very guilty of that. I love to drink my drinks with a straw, which I hear is not good for you because you get that lip look. So anyways, I hope you found this useful, and I hope you have a great Saturday evening. Good night.